Condor long cut in the signature pipe. Absolutely beautiful. Just taking a break from decorating and painting walls and windowsills today. I'm doing a bit of shopping as well. The shop's always shut a bit early around here on a Sunday, so I had to hurry up before they closed. I've been messing with some fishing tackle and I got a nice surprise actually. Sorry, there you go. And I was looking at some of my old rods and I found something I'd actually forgotten that I had. I've never used it. It's absolutely beautiful condition. It's a split cane fly rod, and anybody knows that split cane rods are quite a good age. It's a top section. It's got a lovely agate tip and butt ring. Beautifully close whipped. Gorgeous two-piece rod. It's about 7 foot 9 inches long, which some people deem to be a decent length for rivers. I tend to fish with much shorter rods these days, up to around about 5 foot and some only 4 foot 8. But this is a gorgeous rod. It's absolutely lovely. I'd forgotten I got it. I think it was one that my brother gave me a long time ago, and it feels just right in the hand. It's beautiful. Nice rubber stopper at the end there. It's a real bit of quality, and it was made, by the sound of it, not far from here, because although the writing's worn a little bit, the actual signature, it says it's a Palace rod for a number 5 line. Doesn't say the actual length. I've measured it myself, but the maker is Forshaw, and the Forshaws of Liverpool. Just about make it out, so that's not far away. Liverpool's where St Bruno came from originally, so I just thought it might be of interest. So who knows, one of these days I might try this old lass and see how she goes. Beautiful action though. It's more striking to use it because it's such a rarity. I have seen some Palace rods like this, but they've been a bit shorter or longer. I've not actually seen one, and it doesn't look like it's ever been broken. It looks like it's absolutely original. So I was quite pleased to find that, because I'd forgotten I'd got it. It's one of those things that has been put away in a hurry and just almost forgotten about. And the thing is, the older you get, the more things you tend to hoard, or some of us do, and the longer you leave them, the more you forget them, and one day you get a pleasant surprise and you find them. But nice that. I've got another split cane rod which I don't use really, which I should do, which is a shorter one, which is about 7 footer. So who knows, one of these days you might see me on the lake or the river using one of these. I've actually got another one, I just remembered. I've got another one which has got rings on, an Alcott rod, which has got rings that need whipping on, I should say. So if we get a bitterly cold winter and I can't get out, I might get myself some whipping thread and whip the rings on that old beauty too, because it's very similar to this one. But it'll have to be done carefully, because it really is a labour of love. It's something that you can't rush. With my own little rods that I use, the ones I make myself, I'm not quite as fussy. Same with me pipes. I tend to sometimes buy old broken ones, as you know, and fix them up and make them so that they suit me. They probably wouldn't be professionally acceptable because they're not shiny enough, but I'm not that fussy when it comes to things I use myself. As long as they work, they want to be functional, that's the main thing. It's okay things being fancy, but they've also got to be tough. Pipes have got to be tough, especially if you use them outside. You don't want things that you drop and they break to pieces. You want things that are tough. I think this old beast did probably take a few knocks outside. Although it's a bit long. It's about 7 inches, this one. If I'm outside using a pipe, I usually use a shorter one. Less chance of banging it on a tree branch or some weeds around the riverbank. You don't want to be doing that. You knock your teeth out and lose your pipe. That's no fun. I've seen people get very upset by losing pipes on rivers and lakes. I think I mentioned before old Harry, who was one day fishing in the river. We had this old caravan on the club water, where you could go and have a brew and a bit of bagging, as they used to call it, a bit of breakfast. And one day Harry came in. He looked absolutely gutted. Everybody thought he'd lost a big salmon or something, or his fishing rod. And when he calmed down, we found out that it was his pipe he'd lost. He'd dropped it in the river, and it drifted off. Broke his heart, that did. Must have been a good pipe. I don't know what sort it was, but he was the sort of English fisher that always had a pipe in his mouth. Never came out of his mouth. I think it was attached to his lip, I think. But he was very upset, was Harry, when he lost his pipe in the river. Anyway, it's nice to see you again, guys. Although I can't see you, you can see me. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for staying with me on my rambles. I'll speak to you soon. Keep it smoky.